Going on, guys? Like I said, this is the first episode of Coleman's Scouting Report. It's gonna be a soccer-orientated video. I think we'll be going back and forth, one-on-one, soccer, hockey, that type of thing. But anyway, let's jump straight into it. So, the first person that I'm scouting, and for this first episode, his name's Chaka Traore. He is a 18-year-old, born December 23rd, 2004, plays for AC Milan. He's from the Ivory Coast, and he stands at 5'9", 154 pounds. Just like that, some basic information. He mainly likes to play as a winger, specifically plays on the left more often than not. Um, he's been doing that his whole career. And I think that's where he seems to fit from what I've seen. There's some players, especially in soccer, there's a lot of players that I've watched and I've believed should or could thrive in a better position. Chaka Traore, not one of those guys. He seems to be built for a winger, very pacey, um, very fast on and off the ball. So like I said, let's get into some statistics before we get into the eye test type of things. So some statistics for you would be in the UEFA Youth League games, which is the equivalent of the UEFA Champions League, but for U19 teams. Chaka Traore has played in three of the five um, group stage games that they've played so far. Sorry, of the six. That's my bad. In those games, he's scored one goal. He's gotten two assists. He's also played in one Coppa Italia Primavera game, which is the Coppa Italia, but for, again, U19 teams. He scored one goal in that. He's played three Primavera games, which is the equivalent of the Serie A, but for U19 teams, where he's started two of the games. He's come off the bench one. Um, though he does not have any goal contributions. That being said, he is more of a player that seems to pass the eye test rather than statistics, which has led to why he started all three of his UEFA Youth League games, and he just recently came off the bench for AC Milan against Dortmund in a UEFA Champions League game. He's not played any Serie A games yet for AC Milan's first team. Still developing, still trying to figure out what he can bring to the table, what he needs to work on, those type of things. So anyway, into the eye test. Um, Chaka Traore, he, like I said before, he's very, very pacey player. He's got great speed, very fast. Um, which what can you really complain about speed? Speed is that number one thing that you love, especially in a winger, as you see in Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Mane back in 2017, Salah, those type of players where they just get going and they beat their opponents around the outside, um, and they just beat them in a foot race. This allows for many teams to play counterattack types of games where those center backs or those deep mids, those DMs, they can they can lob the ball up to those wingers to just beat the fullbacks in a foot race, which is something that Chaka I think could excel in a system similar um, to that of uh, again, you know, 2017, 18, 19 Liverpool, where, they played that false nine position where Salah and Mane were those top two attackers, and many times they played lob balls to those two to get in behind the defenders. I think that's something Chaka Traore would fit very nicely into. So again, to continue on with his strengths, he puts effort into getting the ball back high up. When he loses the ball or the team loses the ball, he is quick to press, quick to try and make up for that mistake, and get the ball back. He's got great vision with passing the ball. He looks and he thinks about it, um, and he knows what he wants to do, where that ball wants to go, and he knows exactly how to do it, which is fantastic for a winger. Helps with getting those assists, like those two assists he has in the UEFA Youth League games. Um, Helps with not only setting the team up for offense, but can even help with just controlling possession of the ball. Um, he's got great ball placement for his teammates. The kind of idea of a sort of fast, more so fast striker that can run around a defender, run around one of those center backs rather than like his current striker, Giroud. Giroud just kind of stands there, more built it for tap-ins, balls to come into the box. He's just there, take him, shoot. Um, I think the placement that he can get on those type of passes up to players like Liao or the I can't pronounce his name. I don't want to butcher his name, but it's the player that AC Milan just signed from Villarreal. Uh, Chukwueze. Sorry if I butchered that in any way. Anyway, to play with players like those, play them as a center forward type of role, even as a striker, as Liao has sometimes played games as striker. Having someone fast like that can allow for great ball placement and a sort of triangle movement of the center mid or center defensive mid to pass the ball up to Chaka, and then he sends the ball up off that sideline more so into the middle for that fast player to be his defender. He's very comfortable with the ball. He's very fancy. He's happy to be technical, and he sort of has a Brazilian flair to him. One of those players that, you know, obviously not Brazilian, but you look at and you think, might have the blood in him. He's got that flair, he's got that kick, he's got that just intense, very technical um, dribbling that just allows him to get past defenders and open up more space for him. So he's also really smart with the ball. He's very good at protecting it. He knows how to use his body, even though, such a small frame at 5'9", 154 pounds. He's very good at protecting. He's good at placing that ball further away from himself, keeping it just that little bit distance away, keeping his back to the defender, pushing up against the defender, and then, you know, gets rid of the ball when he knows that he's in trouble and he can't hold on anymore. He knows what to do with the ball. He's very smart with it. Now, for the things he needs to work on, he is one of those players where on the ball he's fantastic, he's great. Off the ball he needs some work. His positioning is not great. He many times when moving the ball up, he gets caught too far back. Other times when the ball's coming back on a defensive play and it's not close to his side, he's just too far forward. He is laying deeper than that striker. He is just too far back than what he should be. His position is not great. He doesn't get himself into that open spot. Like I said, he's capable of getting that open space himself with the ball and getting him a little bit of room to maneuver, but he himself struggles to put himself into that area with his pure positioning. Um, Another thing I think he needs to work on is his defensive skills. Like I said, he's happy to press when that ball is in a position where if they get it back, they have a chance to attack. But when the ball is in their own half and the opposing team is just passing around possession, looking for a way to break the defense, Traore sits back, kind of watches the play unfold, doesn't try too hard to get that ball back, pressure the offense to make a mistake. Um, he also needs to work on his shot. Um, he has the power, as can be seen in the clips that I play over and over throughout me talking. Traore has that power to him. He's capable of shooting the ball hard. It's just more so the question of if he can place it, which is what he's struggling at. It's why he doesn't have that many goals. He just kind of rips it on net or shoots it above the net to the side of the net. He doesn't really get it on target in a good, difficult way for the goalkeeper to struggle and put the team in a better position for maybe a rebound or some sort. Um, as well, he needs a bit more awareness of what's going on the pitch. Um, he'll start to just start walking at points or be running around when there's no need to. When the ball, the opposing team, the left winger and left back are playing with the ball, and he's just jogging around for no reason. Um, he leaves many defenders unmarked. Like I said, has going back to working on that defensive skill. He leaves a lot of defenders unmarked, um, which can lead to great offensive opportunities for the opposing team, which we don't wanna see from Traore. So, um, all in all, very promising player. He has the talent, and which is the best thing that you can look for. Obviously, there will be the hard work um, outgrows talent, but with Traore, he's got that talent. Now it's just about working on his motor skills and his awareness and those type of things of when he can, when he should be running, when he should not, when he should be pressing, when he should not, when he does certain things, when he shouldn't do certain things. It's more so about things in his head now and improving his football IQ to help him get to where he wants to be. Anyway, um, like I said, that's episode 1. That is my scouting report on Chaka Traore. Um, don't I obviously don't expect any views really, um, but I'll always end at an ending like this. If you believe that there's something I could work on, or um, if you are someone who works for one of these companies, like I said before, that I'd love to get an opportunity, or even if you don't give me an opportunity, like I said, just some advice. Feel free to email me. My email is in the description. That'd be great. So thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time when I do a scouting report on a hockey prospect. Anyways, have a good night, guys. See you.